Welcome back to SMC Tutors. In today's tutorial, I'll show you how to verify if a token's liquidity pool is burnt and whether its smart contract has been renounced. These are two of the most common checks traders or community members should perform when assessing the security of a token. But before we continue, if you find our content helpful, do how to buy our educational token Wiki Cat. It is built on the Binance Smart Chain and the contract address is in the description of this video. So when liquidity is added to a decentralized exchange like PancakeSwap or Uniswap, the liquidity provider receives LP tokens that represent their share of the liquidity pool. If those LPs tokens are burnt by sending them to an irrecoverable bond address or locked in a trusted locker for a fixed period, the liquidity generally cannot be withdrawn by the original provider during that time. Now, this will help reduce the risks of a classic liquidity rug pull. However, remember, burnt or locked liquidity does not automatically mean the token is safe. There are other ways to evaluate, and for what being a contract renounced means, many token contracts have an owner with administrative privileges. If ownership is renounced, the owner gives up those privileges by transferring ownership to an address that no one controls. This prevents certain honor only functions from being used in the future. However, a renounced contract is not automatically safe too. And let's dive into a video. So how to verify even LPs when you open your deck screener. You could use Fire Screener too. You open your deck screener, and I want to verify WikiCat. So I go to WKC WikiCat and I click on WikiCat. Make sure it's the correct trading pair, yeah. And you could go over here. You could see over here pair. Then you see LPs behind it. Click on the LP. It takes you to the BSC scan. Okay, and identify the liquidity contract. Check over here. You would see top 100 share by address. Now it's 100%. Now this part is a dead wallet. Yeah, this part is a burnt wallet where a certain percentage was sent to this burnt wallet. Now this part over here is UNCX network security, that's LP lockers. So this shows that the LP have been locked. All right, so a burnt address, that's a dead address, that's the null address, this and this, and it shows that WikiCat is 100% locked. Now let's go to how to verify if a contract. Okay, you could also find here that over here the UNX security lockers and the null address. Now let's try to find how to verify if a token contract has been renounced. It is very easy. So I go back to my deck screener, and over here I click on WikiCat. Let's say click over here holders. We wait for it to load. All right, so that's it. And you go to the contract tab. So I'll just click on WikiCat over here, and you can see this is WikiCat on BSC scan. So I go over to where you have contract. I click on contract, and you click on read contract because you want to check the owner. Many contracts include an owner function. Now over here you could see the owner function here, number 7. You click on the drop down and you can see the burnt address, the null address it's taken. That's the 0 address, literally. All right, ownership has been renounced. And you could also further investigate if this is actually a 0 address. So you click on it. This is a BSC scan on the BNB chain 0 address. You could find out it is actually renounced because it is not an active wallet sending things out. Rather, token owners get to transfer, when they want to burn certain supply of their token, they transfer their tokens in here, and those tokens transferred in here cannot be recovered because this is a burn address. or a null address. You could look at it over here. It's called a bond address. So you can see the amount of tokens here. All right, so that's basically it. And it is very, very easy. Other important security checks you could check maybe is the holder concentration, which you could still do on the scan, token taxes, trading volume. And your security comes from evaluating multiple factors together. You don't just base it on if the LP is bond or the contract is renounced. And always avoid assumptions that a bond LP means a token cannot fail, or renounced ownership guarantees safety. Just get to combine all your analysis and get to do your own research. If this tutorial video helped you, make sure you like the video, share it with someone learning, and drop a comment. Subscribe to SMC Tutors channel for more tutorials videos as this. Thanks for watching. I'll get to see you in the next one.